All right, let's get into WCW Thunder.
No, they don't.
May 10th, 2000.
They don't really have a distinguishable song here. I can't really give it to you here.
So we start off with the WCW logo here. We go to a cold open that, dude, this all happened within the last week. We're talking Nitro and Thunder in the last week.
I thought they were recapping just one show. It felt like they were just recapping Nitro, which had 40 things happen.
They recapped like an entire month or something. It felt like, I don't know what was going on.
But
here.
it was definitely a week.
But it was all just this past week.
Crazy.
So David Flair has aligned with Vince Russo.
Yeah, he has a new dad. Bischoff set up
Vince Russo Flair.
Bischoff set DDP up, and DDP got jumped in the hospital. Okay. Steiner is angry. He's, I don't got to do nothing. I don't know what he was talking about.
He's in a sexy ass shirt.
Stone Cold's here in a Goldberg monster truck this week for some reason.
We get to talk about the Goldberg monster truck here a little later, and it is very funny.
It is great. Yeah, it's tremendous. I even wrote, there is so fucking much to recap here. Also, Vampiro, during a Sting Jarrett match where Sting had Jarrett in the Scorpion Deathlock, pulled Sting under the ring, and then Sting came out like he was coming out of a fucking pussy. He was all fucking bloody and fucked up.
The new blood.
Not
That's
bloody. He
blood.
was red liquefied.
He was viscous liquided.
Viscous liquid.
So Goldberg monster truck runs over Rick Steiner's car. And of course, Filthy Animals attack Hulk Hogan's kneecaps with pipes.
This is 1 week's worth of recap, by the way.
The Filthy Animals are also a part of the New Blood now.
The fucking Vampiro Mike Tenay promo is this week.
I could not fucking believe that. I said, holy shit, this is on this episode too? There's also something else on the fucking show too. The thing we watched for, by the way, is something no one has ever talked about.
Yeah, you're right. We should have called this like the Vampiro Mike Tenay show or something.
It's never mentioned on any like Wrestle Crap or any of that.
No.
I don't think I ever see it anywhere, no.
This is the Tenay interview with Vampiro, and if you haven't seen this, holy fucking shit. So it is a sit-down interview in the back with Mike Tenay, Iron Mike Tenay.
By the way, they just have like green curtains up or bed sheets or something for the background.
It's green screen.
This is an awesome backstage setup they got rocking.
It's good though, I like it, yeah.
So Tenay is sitting there and he says, I'm surprised. We were scheduled to do an up-close interview and you show up in character for the interview. I said, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, you came here in gimmick, Vampiro. What's the deal with that?
Vampiro says, this is the way I've been all my life. And Tenay says, well, why the face paint and the tattoos? Just
because that's how I've been my whole life.
Immediately insulting him. Vampiro says, I did it because I'm a big fan of underground music and I've been ashamed of myself and intimidated by people looking at my face. And Mike Tenay, I swear to God, Mike Tenay looks at him point blank and says, this doesn't make sense.
He does. With Tenay face too. It's like Tenay face as well.
It is 100% like JR saying, you know, you ain't really that burned.
Don't say that.
This is exactly what this fucking is. And Vampiro says, oh, it doesn't make sense? Well, I have to be here and explain myself to you. You know, WCW wants me to talk about why I do this or that. I spent my whole life on the street being ridiculed for how I look. And you got someone here like Sting who is babied and paints his face and gets into character twice a week. And like it's another acting job where I got to be like this every day of my life. And Mike Tenay sits there and he thinks about it for a second. He says, influences you may have had in your life?
Son, it's not really making a lot of sense.
Anyway, I don't care. I don't fucking care. Stop talking to me, you fucking mark. I'm just trying to do an interview. Tenay asked him, you know, what influences you had in your life, and Vampiro said, I had a lot, you know, mixing rock and wrestling is great, and mixing the dark side of, and then it's a pause. And then it cuts to Mike Tenay face, who is also not talking. So it's like 10 seconds of them just sitting there. I said, what the fuck is going on
here?
I
actually like the dramatic pause because he just keeps saying,
did you?
Yeah, no, because he, like, the way I saw it was like he had Sting on his mind and he just couldn't fucking stop thinking about
and
Sting.
And another thing.
Yeah, and I just want to say one more thing about
mixing
Sting.
The dark side of
shit.
Just Vampiro says, I want to say one more thing about Sting.
Got
you know,
that
he has
dark side.
He has to find time to get into work and has to get motivated, and he tries to find time to take care of his pets. Well, I'm going to alleviate some of that for him. I have his crow here. This is Steve's. Today says, this crow here.
he brings the crow. He goes, this crow here. And he bags. Whoa.
No,
crow here?
This one, not this crow. This other crow.
This other crow. Vampiro says, yes, this is Steve's. You know, Steve, the actor.
Yeah, Sting's crow. Steve Borden, you know, Sting.
Steve Borden, you know, Sting
The actor,
Borden, you know him?
The actor.
Yeah, the actor. Vampiro says, listen, I want to enlighten him with a story about Ozzy Osbourne. And I said, oh, God. Fucking damn.
Oh yeah, and one more thing about Sting. That was Vampiro's fucking me moment from the podcast.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We'll talk about the dark side and
anyway, Sting. He said in New York, Ozzy went with his wife to a record store and they were gonna release 100 doves. And Ozzy grabbed one and bit the head off and spit it on the record executive's lap. And it bothered me that no one got to see that. So I think I'm gonna recreate something like that. And Tanay looks at me and says, on live TV? No, this isn't right. This is a very uneasy situation.
Mike Tanay is the greatest of all time.
Vampiro says it's just rock and roll. And then Sting runs in and no regard for his pet crow just starts whooping the fuck out of Vampiro. Where does the bird go?
Don't worry, it just disappears into nowhere. It's gone. It
comes back later.
Yeah, it comes back later for the entrance.
Yeah, for the entrance, but it's gone here. It just disappears.
Well,
after
Sting said, that's not my crow.
This crow right here. This crow right here is not your crow.
That would be hilarious if it wasn't his crow.
At first, I thought Vampiro was saying that the crow was named Steve. This is crow, you're Steve.
This is Sting's crow, Steve Borden.
I thought that's what he was saying.
Jesus Christ.
So Sting is whooping Vampiro's ass. He drops a fucking whole lighting rig on him. And Sting says, listen, I'm sick of you being a little bitch, man. I'm so tired of your pity party. Let's have our first cage match. And he throws a bird cage at him. Okay. And Sting says, oh, come here, Ian.
Oh,
come here,
brother,
Ian.
Come on.
Is that what he said? Ian?
That's his name,
Ian,
of course.
Yeah, come on,
Dude,
Ian.
I thought that was just passerby convo. I didn't even think, oh my God.
He said, Ian. He said,
This
you don't have
isn't
to be
Sting
ridiculed.
versus Vampiro. This is Ian versus Steve.
He says, I don't want to ridicule you. I kind of like you, but you're filled with this pity every day of your life. And he keeps whooping his ass, and he says, so listen here, bonehead. I can show you the light if you just listen to me. And then he leaves, and Vampiro laughs, and the segment ends.
So yeah, I enjoyed this segment a lot. This is awesome. Vampiro's completely forgetting what was going on. Mike Tanay saying this is a very uneasy situation.
This crow here.
Vampiro said he was going to bite the head off the crow and then just spit it out on Mike Tanay's lap. I'm very uneasy.
They should have. I'm feeling a little strange right now. Yeah, why'd you show up in character, you Mark?
He should have shown up as Ian. What is he doing?
Yeah, where's Ian, man?
Sting said, Ian.
Where's Ian?
Come on, Ian Hodgkinson. Get out. Come on.
Where's Ian? Where's Ian?
Come on, Mr. Hodgkinson. Let's go.
What the fuck, man? We get the graveyard shit we watched, too. So,
this Vampiro right here, Ian. Dude, the graveyard match, like this entire fucking angle, like is Vampiro surely regrets even asking to feud with Sting.
No, he hates I think Vampiro said he hates his whole entire run in WCW. Like he hated everything about it.
You know what's crazy is that this did have money written all over it.
It's easy.
If it was 2 years before Russo came here.
Yeah, you're
like
right.
just having Vampiro versus Sting would have been fun. And I think they would have had a pretty good little series of matches. But
well, fucking the Great Mood is in the Dark Carnival. So whatever. The Dark Carnival with Vampiro, ICP, and the Kiss Demon, maybe.
Holy shit.
Sometimes. So backstage, Horace Hogan and Hulk Hogan are walking
side by side. Two brothers in arms. Horace and the Hulkster, Balea. And Hogan's in the TCB taking care of Balea vest, and Stone Cold's with him.
That guy's looking crazy.
With the gold chain and the rattlesnake arms.
That goatee is nuts. I mean, he's really rocking that.
Someone should steal that.
Kevin Nash arrives via a limousine.
He is unbelievably late.
Yeah, he's just showing up, got a drink in hand.
Of course.
He's drinking and driving, and he shows up. Well, he's in the limo, so I guess he wasn't driving, but he's here. And
now
then
he was
they
driving,
zoom
and
in-
he walked all the way to the back of the limo, and they came out the back.
I believe that, actually.
Yo.
He just doesn't want to get caught. He doesn't want to get a charge, and I respect that. And they zoom in behind him, and Norman Smiley and Ralphus are standing on the sidewalk because they were fired on Nitro, and they came to the building here to beg for money. Norman Smiley has a tin cup, and Ralphus has a sign that says, "We'll wrestle for food." Okay.
Well, now we finally get the match that we
boy.
were all waiting for. Everyone in
This was
attendance,
really-
mouth agape, ready for what could be a once-in-a-lifetime match.
This is really, this is actually what we, I mean, there was stuff around it that we, like the Vampiro thing, I was very surprised by. I didn't know that was going to happen. And there's something that happens after this as well that I also didn't know was on this episode.
Pretty crazy episode of Thunder for whatever it's worth.
It is, yeah. I mean, like you said, 6 weeks of all-timer best of and worst of things in pro wrestling here. But this match is, if Horace Hogan loses, he is fired. That is the match here. Or at least that is what it is advertised as here.
Yeah, if
versus
Horace loses the match, he's fired. If Hogan interferes in the match,
yes,
Horace is also fired.
Right, yes. And Kidman is out here with the Filthy Animals, Tori Wilson, and Eric Bischoff. And Bischoff gets in the ring and he says, "You know how much I love you people, but, you know, they forced us into this, Billy. Hulk Hogan and Horace forced us." He says, "I want you to know the future of sports entertainment." He's talking to Billy Kidman here. "You are the future of sports entertainment. I want you to let you know that tonight, if Hulk Hogan steps one of his big feet into this ring, Horace will be fired no matter what. I will banish him to some small remote island, or he will be wrestling pygmies for the rest of his miserable, bald-headed life. Do what you do so well. Also, Horace, come on and dance with the future." Crazy burial of Horace Hogan.
The future Kidman, the future of this business, the future rising star, Billy Kidman.
Isn't that crazy how that changes so drastically? Like,
Very quickly.
yeah, it's very interesting how like his up and downs in his career kind of have been.
I like the idea of that being the gimmick, by the way. You're not just fired. I will banish you to a small remote island.
He probably owns one, brother.
Yeah, bro, yeah, dude. That's the Hulkamania shop, dude.
So Horace comes out here.
House of Fire.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to lose his job here. It's a cushy job. It's pretty good.
This might be the best Horace Hogan performance in his whole career.
He's fired up.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of
probably. You're
passion.
probably right.
A lot of passion on that goatee between those eyes. I like that. Horace Hogan starts beating up Kidman, and Kidman just decides that I'm done and I'm going to attack the referee and get disqualified.
Dude, holy shit. Yeah, Horace big choke slam to him, stomps him out, goes for a clothesline. He hits a clothesline in the corner. Kidman says, "I'm not going to sell that," and then just clotheslines Charles Robinson, who also no-sells that
just
and
gets
gets up
up.
immediately.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, what the fuck? Fuck you, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you? So Charles gets up, goes to disqualify him, but Bischoff, who is on commentary, gets up and gets to the mic and says, "Actually, hold on now. Sorry, actually, this is no DQ, rule change, rule change, rule change." He won't stop screaming rule change. So it is now a no DQ match.
Yes, of course, the match is Billy Kidman versus Horace Hogan. If Horace loses the match, he is fired. If Hogan interferes in the match, Horace is fired. And it's also a no DQ match now.
Correct.
So Horace grabs a chair and attacks Kidman.
Well, that is illegal. Don't do that.
Kidman drop kicks the chair in Horace's face. And then
Yes.
Eric grabs the mic again.
Yes, he does. He said, well, Bischoff, because they're giving him shit on commentary, and Bischoff says, "I'm just letting him know the rules as it goes on, just so he knows the rules," which is, fair. And they're outside. He drop kicks him in the fucking face, as James said. And Bischoff says, "Oh, also, false count anywhere, another rule change." And Kidman covers Horace on the floor for a 2 count. So if Horace loses, he will be fired. Hulk Hogan interferes. Horace is fired. No DQ. Falls count anywhere.
So Kidman with the slingshot leg drop here on Horace Hogan.
Of course.
Horace Hogan big boots Kidman in return, and then Bischoff grabs the mic.
Well, Horace is mounting punches on Kidman, whooping his ass. And Kidman says, "Actually, another rule change. It is now a handicap match." And the Filthy Animals all get in and start whooping Horace Hogan's ass. So if Horace... You get it. Conan gets in and does the clothesline and grabs his junk, which is all I really needed.
The rolling clothesline junk grab. Crazy. This little fucking jabroni Juventude with the people.
You're telling me that Juventude did my move on the show?
This is egregious.
This is like 1 for 1. I thought I was looking at Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Actually.
Little jabroni Juventude. So
Juventude does the juicy elbow.
So Juventude with the people's elbow.
Juicy elbow.
Ray.
And Ray, of course, does the suck my cock bucking Bronco in the corner.
I thought Kidman was going up the top row after this for the shooting star.
I did too. I was very excited. I was like, that is a bit distance away, but maybe Billy Kidman's about to show why he's the future of sports entertainment here. And all the filthy animals get out of the ring, and Kidman's up top, and he hits the diving elbow.
That's the Kidman elbow.
The patented Kidman elbow, yeah.
Patented Kidman elbow, and Horace kicks out like he just kicked out of like the Hogan leg
There's
drop.
so much fire in everything that Horace is doing in this match.
Yes.
It's very nice. Horace then hits his patented Death Valley driver.
And wins.
It beats him 3 count. Horace Hogan wins.
Well, not really, because Bischoff gets on the mic and says, no, you people have it all wrong. This isn't a rule change, but this is a Texas death match, and he has till 10 to get up.
I love that he had to like think in his head. He's like, the 3 count, my God, it's what is Texas death match.
Yes. So Kidman gets up at 9, of course. No DQ, false count anywhere, handicap Texas death match here. Horace Hogan loses, he's fired.
Texas death match is crazy.
So Horace Hogan is stomping out Kidman in the ring now, and Bischoff gets into the ring and hits Horace Hogan with a chair. And then the filthy animals get back in and stomp out Horace Hogan. And Bischoff gets on the mic once again and says, all right, it's an I Quit match. Here's how it works. And Bischoff lays next to Horace on the floor. And he says, listen, we said if you lost, we will fire you. And after all the heart you displayed, Horace, I got a better idea. You are too valuable to lose.
I'm glad he finally came to his senses here.
We're going to create an opportunity for you to work with the new blood. Horace Hogan then spits in Bischoff's face, and everyone then lays on top of him and pins him, and Horace Hogan loses.
So Horace Hogan has lost the 1-on-4 handicap falls count anywhere, no DQ Texas death I Quit match.
He got pinned in an I Quit match, by the way.
They also didn't count to 10.
They didn't count to 10.
The match isn't over. The match is not over. He didn't quit. Damn it.
Yeah, but he also has to do a 10 count. He has a 10 count to get up.
Yeah, no 10 count, no I quit. Look, things are okay for Horace. He's not fine.
He's out of here, bro. He's fucking sent to a small remote island where he stays to this day.
Brother.
He's still on that island to this day. Well, here comes Hogan, dude. And Hogan comes out to make the save, and he fucks up all the filthy animals. He does like a crazy hip toss to Kidman where Kidman goes off screen. You don't even get to see him bump.
Dude.
He like hip tosses him onto the ramp and disappears.
Literally like off screen, like he like yeah, you're right. Disappears is the best way to put it. All the way over. Crazy looking.
It's like when you eliminate somebody in one of the WCW games like Battle Royal, you just like or
don't
even
see
in like
him anymore.
You just don't see him, or in like the old WWF like Raw games, you just fucking huge hip toss and they're disappearing. So Bischoff then hits Hogan from behind with a chair. Fucking just, of course, because he's still got that chair. Hogan no-sells it. And Shivani exclaims, right gimmick, wrong man. What?
Okay.
Well, Bischoff powders, runs away up beside the ramp. Hogan chases after him. And this is fucking hilarious. So Hogan, no foresight here at all, just decides, I gotta get Bischoff, dude. The filthy animals then all attack Horace Hogan. Just beat the shit out of him, stomp him out, fucking annihilate him. And then, Kevin Nash comes out very slowly with a baseball bat.
That's his cousin.
Is that Is that the WCW weapon of choice, the baseball bat? I feel like everyone has a baseball bat.
That's Coach Kevin Nash. He teaches a lot of kids to use the aluminum baseball.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How did Sting not have the baseball bat on this show?
Dude, didn't Palumbo have a bat
That's
too?
Steve.
He did.
Well, that's the main event.
Steve is the Crow.
Yeah, come on.
Steve is the Crow.
So Nash comes down with the baseball bat. Everybody powders. Vince Russo is now here on the
Well,
stage.
there was, you thought there was going to be maybe one segment without Russo, and you were incorrect.
Absolutely not. So Nash is in the ring.
And what Vince Russo says here is fucking unbelievable.
It's crazy, yes. So Nash is in the ring with baseball bat. Everyone else is gone. The Filthy Animals are up there on the stage now with Russo. Russo says, "Finally, Kevin, I loan at last. You know what, Kev? I got your message from Monday, and I got my balls, and I'm standing right here.
I hear you.
Got them balls. All right, the ball man. But Kevin, how many brain cells have you burnt over the years? What?
You heard him.
All right. I'm going to throw a couple names at you, Kev. How about Vinny Vegas? How about Oz, Kev? When you were Big Daddy Cool in the WWF, who really put the cool in Big Daddy Cool? You or me? Kevin, don't worry. Russo will make Nash cool again." And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So it shows Russo, cuts to Nash, cuts to Russo, cuts to Nash, and then all of a sudden, the skies open, Tony.
The skies have opened up.
And there is a red, viscous liquid pouring down from the fucking heavens. And it's pouring directly down right next to Kevin Nash.
Oh, no.
It's almost like they did it on purpose, but they did not. They perfectly poured this shit down from the sky because New Blood's thing is the viscous liquid bath.
The brood bath.
It is not called the brood bath.
No,
It's the red
it's their
viscous.
signature thing where they pour red shit on them.
The new blood from the ceiling, yes.
It fucking hits right next to Kevin Nash. Unbelievable amount of red viscous liquid. Kevin Nash very slowly tilts his head to the side, stares down at the floor that is being covered with this red shit. The front row is being annihilated with this shit.
That's incredible.
The liquid. I need the story. Someone's got to get me the full story here. There's
Like
more to
how
this.
this
There's
happened.
more to this
Yeah.
than just they missed. There's more to it.
Yeah,
But
there's got to be, right?
This is the funniest fucking shit. I have no idea why they did this, but it made it 100 times better. So it shows the liquid coming down. It misses Kevin Nash completely, and then it pans up to the ramp to Vince Russo and Chuck Palumbo and the boys, and they are just watching as this whole segment has been fucked royally.
It's like horrifying. And like Nash looks down from the liquid up to Russo. They make eye contact. They're both just staring at each other like, what the fuck? All the while, Conan and Hoovy are dying laughing behind Russo. They like can't believe how
The
fucking
look
stupid
on
this is.
Russo's face is like, this cannot be happening. The liquid has been liquidated.
Dude, so yeah, Nash has a little bit just like dripped on his head, like just a little bit. He's got enough on it, and then he very slowly walks out of the ring and walks up the ramp after them, just very slowly.
Kevin Nash is the best wrestler that's ever lived. The screenshot, by the way, of them sitting on the ramp and the boys laughing and Russo having a heart attack is the craziest image ever, man. That
It's
is
unbelievable.
This shit had me cracking up laughing.
Yeah,
man.
it
Very
was
funny.
tremendous. I agree.
So it shows Russo and Bischoff running out of the building into the limo, and Hogan and Nash are here, and now they're beating the limousine with bats.
This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's funny as
They
hell,
get in the
man.
limo and the limo doesn't move at all. It just sits there. I don't know why it just sits
Yeah, well,
there.
yeah, no
Usually-
one's driving off or anything. No, yeah. And did Nash have any
No
blood on him?
one's driving up. The windows of this limousine are getting beaten with bats.
Pulverized.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
because
funny
Nash was
as hell.
driving. Remember, he's got to drive.
Oh, you're right. He walked to the back. There's a driver. They have an
Hogan-
inside cam of this.
They do. They see Bischoff cowering. Hogan is bashing the window near Bischoff. Nash is just picking random windows near the front to smash in.
You cannot convince me that anyone had a more fun career than Kevin Nash.
Oh my God, no fucking way.
That guy
No
had
way.
one hell of a fun career.
Oh my God, yeah. Everything he did was
Nash
hilarious.
took the bat to random windows on his limousine. Wasn't even trying to get in it.
They said, go out there and hit this limo. He said, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we're rocking tonight. Good night.
Hell yeah.
Well, now it's time for the main event.
And could you guess, if you're listening to this right now, because we haven't talked about it. They talked about it on the show, but we actually haven't brought it up. What do you think as a listener right now? Just think in your brain. What do you think the main event of the show is with the scope of who's been on the show all over the place? What has happened on the show? What do you think
I would
in your heart
assume
of
that
hearts?
Vince Russo's involved somehow. I don't know why.
Sure.
But yeah.
Something with the new blood, right? Or Hogan, maybe? Maybe Hogan doing something on the show?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
No. It's an ambulance match with Sting and Mike Awesome. All right.
That is the career killer, Mike Awesome. Thank you.
The career beater. Career killer. Fuck you, man. So on Sunday at Slamboree, Mike Awesome threw Canyon off the first cage of the triple cage and killed him and put him in a hospital. Then on Monday, Mike Awesome put DDP through a table with the Awesome Bomb and put him in the hospital as well. So he is the career killer. And Mike Awesome is here to put Sting in an ambulance to send him, of course, to a medical facility, which would also be known as a hospital, which is where DDP and Canyon are.
Makes sense.
Of course.
Well, did you know that Mike Awesome and Horace Hogan are cousins?
What? Is that real?
That's real. Yeah, that's
Wait,
real.
what?
Awesome's related to Hogan, yeah.
Mike Awesome and
what?
Horace Hogan are cousins.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh
Yes,
my
so
God.
Oh
that-
my God! No wonder why Hogan let Awesome fuck him up.
Exactly. Yes, dude. I just learned that info. I just learned that info.
Wow.
Mike
really?
Awesome and Horace Hogan, man. That's crazy.
That is an unbelievable family bloodline.
Check out this photo, Johnny. Check this out.
Huh?
Check this photo out.
This is a family photo?
Yeah, bro. The
That's the nasty
is Horace?
boys.
Horace.
look like the nasty one.
This is crazy. Wow. Okay. That's okay. Sure.
Swag on 100,000, man. They don't do it like
That
this.
Crazy.
The awesome boulders.
Awesome dudes. So Mike Awesome does his entrance, of course, and then Sting does his.
Mike Awesome comes out, they play a random pyro noise, and it scares the shit out of him. That was
did not
crazy.
expect that. Yeah, it was. You're right. He's what the fuck? Steve the Crow is here.
Oh my!
on the truss.
The
How'd they get
actor.
him to do that? That's a well-behaved crow. Crows are well-behaved animals, I guess. Birds.
No way!
he's on the-
That thing was probably shitting and pooping all over that damn truss,
Shitting and pooping.
crow style.
Oh shit! That's
Like
what
those,
Sting does.
like those dogs from the dog kennel from Hell Match, just shitting in.
Yeah,
Shit
shitting
and
and pooping and all that shit.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Anytime I see a horse in a building, I know that bitch shitted and farted all over that shit.
How often do you see a horse in a building?
Dude, don't
Enough times for me to go,
down.
damn, I know that bitch is shitting and pooping in there.
Damn, he's got them shitters on him.
I know when AEW brought that shit in, that horse was taking a poopy shitty all that shit.
You gotta have the shit bag. You know they have the shit bags for the horses. You ever seen
You're a
those things?
shitbag, Tony.
Yeah. They got one for the crow too, because that bitch is going.
They put a shit
No
bag
way
on
they
the
have
crow.
a shitbag for the crow. No way.
Steve the crow was shitting and pooping and farting.
Steve the Crow was well behaved. Don't you fucking talk about Steve the Crow, you
Steve the
piece of
Crow
fucking shit.
had a crazy lunch and he was done. But this show,
Well, Awesome jumps Sting as he gets in the ring. Sting is... was he bleeding or was it from the blood from the Kevin Nash segment that was on him?
I don't
there's still
know.
blood in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there's still red liquid in the ring.
Red viscous liquid, thank you. Barry.
Jesus. Somebody clean this up.
Mike Awesome has a table, and he rushes down Sting with the table, and Sting drop kicks him and drop kicks the table into him, and then double stomps the table onto Mike Awesome, which is very cool. Which is awesome.
They say on commentary here that they haven't seen anyone come into a company like Mike Awesome and have everyone talking. And then Russo said,
Are you sure about that?
Is that right? Well, I will make sure that you stop talking about him.
Holy.
He hated, you know what? And it actually makes more sense because Russo hated Hogan. So by proxy, he had to hate Mike Awesome.
he definitely learned that Mike Awesome and Horace Hogan were cousins and said, fuck this guy.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that was
Fuck
done,
you,
man.
Mike Awesome. You are a
Yeah,
bitch.
I
What
and
a
so is
bad
Horace
turn of
Hogan.
luck.
I think now that I think about it, after the Bash at the Beach thing with Hogan and Russo, all that stuff, that like,
Mike Awesome immediately goes down.
Yeah, he felt effects from that.
Yeah, of course. Wow. So Sting props up the table on the ropes on the ramp. So it's like the ramp connects from the stage to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
The table is set up on the ropes, and he fucking backdrops Awesome through it, which was awesome as well.
That was awesome.
Then they brawl up the ramp. The ambulance is parked next to the entryway. This is the first time you're seeing this. Then they brawl beside the ambulance, and then they decide to climb on top of it. Mike Awesome goes for the Awesome Bomb. He almost drops Sting on his fucking head.
Dude, this was scary. This was so fucking scary.
Dude, I was like, holy fuck. I was like, this. Thankfully, Mike Awesome is a fucking beast and was able to save Sting from dying here. He eventually picks him up for it. Sting slides behind him, hits him with a scorpion death drop on top of the ambulance. And then he jumps down from the top to open the back of the ambulance because, of course, to win the ambulance match, you have to put your opponent into the ambulance. But oh my, Ian is in the ambulance. Ian is here, Vampiro, and he missed Sting with a red viscous liquid.
He got that all in his mouth?
He had it in his mouth.
The red viscous?
And was he the one that was trying to pour blood on the Nash?
He was spitting blood down on Nash.
He was spitting it down from the rafters.
That's probably the Kiss Demon.
No, you're right. Vampiro then Vampiro pulls Sting into the ambulance. They ring the bell. Then the ambulance starts driving away with Sting and Vampiro inside and Mike Awesome laying on top of it.
That was a cool visual. That was awesome.
They're playing Sting's music. Who fucking won this match? I don't understand.
Steve the Crow.
They play Sting's music. I think at the very end they play Mike Awesome's music. I don't think anyone knows who won. I don't think anyone cares who won. And I don't think anyone cared about anything on this show.
No.
Awesome show. Loved it. This was fantastic. Great episode of Thunder. They did it again.
Unbelievable show.
I don't know how these guys keep doing it.
It was unbelievable. The ambulance shot where they're leaving with Mike Awesome on top was so awesome.
It was awesome.
That was awesome.
It was.
It was Mike
literally
Awesome.
It was.
And that's
awesome.
Mike Awesome and Horace Hogan are now my tag champions in every game that I play.
They are the Nasty Boys.
They are the American males.
This show, yeah. So we legitimately watched this show just for the Horace Hogan match, and there was like 4 all-timer things on this show.
Yeah, the franchise and Buff Bagwell.
Nobody cares, Krillin.
My niggas. Some niggas that you don't want to try. My niggas.
Good night, Hulkamaniacs and jabroni marks without a life that don't know it'll work when you work and work yourself into a shoot, Marks.
Keep niggas on their fucking job.
Who is Chase Bell, PeeNutMonSter, S. Milne, Z, Nigel McGuinness is concussed, dude. Or maybe he isn't, brother. Noah Turner, TorchCrawler, and Eric Ward. If you want to support this hog brother and my Baldo nephew, then click the Ko-fi and Patreon links in the description, dude. Or maybe not, brother.